ಸೊ ಹೇ ಗೈಸ್ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ಮೈ ಚಾನಲ್. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಸಂತೋಷ್ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಈ ಚಾನಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. As usual, today I am here with one more new video for you guys, and in this video I will be discussing about trigonometric functions. Yes, trigonometric functions. Guys, trigonometric functions is one of the very important topics in mathematics. Whether you are preparing for board exams or for competitive examinations, you need to thoroughly study it. So ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಏನು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ I will bring a whole new video series on this topic, where I will be covering each and every concepts related to this topic. But coming back to this video, this is an introductory video, so I want to start from very basics. So therefore, first let us look at the contents of this video. Guys, I will begin my discussion with angles, where we will see the basic definition of angle and also see how angle can be positive or negative. And after that we will see the different measures of angle, where we will see the radian measure as well as degree measure. These are the units that are used for measuring the angles. And after that we will see how to convert angle that is given from one measure to another measure. Here we will see if angle is given in degree measure, we will see how to convert it in terms of radian measure and vice versa. And finally I will end my discussion with some problems from NCERT exercises. But before starting the discussion, I request you guys to watch the video until the very end. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also share this video with your friends, and finally don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon so that you will always be notified whenever I drop a new video. So guys, let's get started. Okay guys, let us begin our discussion with the term angle. If you look at the definition of angle, it says angle is the measure of rotation of a given line segment about its initial point. I repeat, angle is the measure of rotation of a given line segment about its initial point. What does that mean? For that, let us consider a line segment. Here we have a line segment. So I will name one end of this line segment as O and the other as A. So here we have line segment OA. Now what I will do, I will fix this end of this line segment to this pole so that it doesn't move. So ಈಗ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. On the other hand, we can move this end of the line segment. Now if I try to move this entire line segment, it will move something like this. Basically it will rotate about this point O, and this point O is known as vertex. So ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು vertex ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. This is my initial position of the line segment. Initial position. Now imagine that I move this line segment from here to somewhere here, let's say. This is my terminal position. This is terminal or final position. Right? From definition of angle, it says angle between two line segments is basically the amount of rotation that is required to bring this line segment from here to here, in simple words. Right? Angle andre amount of rotation that is required to bring this line segment from this position to this position. How do you find out the amount of rotation? Right? There are basically two ways in which you can rotate this line segment and bring the line segment from here to here. The one way is to rotate this line segment in this direction, that is in this direction. So this direction is known as anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction. And the other direction is this way. This is known as clockwise direction, which resembles the movement of the clock. Right? Clockwise direction. Right? This is anti-clockwise direction and this is clockwise direction. So basically we have two different rotations to reach from this position to this position. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ angle that is measured in anti-clockwise direction will be taken as positive. So ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. So ಇದು angle between these two lines and ಇದು also an angle between these two lines. So angle that is measured in anti-clockwise direction will always be taken as positive, and angle that is measured in clockwise direction will be taken as negative. So whenever you see an angle that is given as a positive number, you need to understand that the rotation is measured in anti-clockwise direction. Similarly, when you see a negative angle, you need to understand that the rotation is measured in clockwise direction. It is as simple as that. Guys, like every other physical quantity, the angle also needs units for its measurement, right? Units are basically the standard references that we use for measurement of physical quantity. For example, mass ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಈ ಮಾರ್ಕರ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕೆಜಿ ಅಥವಾ ಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಕೆಜಿ ಅಥವಾ ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲಿ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೆಜರಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ physical quantity, the mass of this marker. In the same way, if I want to measure the length of this marker, I will use the standards like centimeter or millimeter, right? Millimeter or centimeter, here are the units for measurement of length. In the same way, we also need units for measurement of angle. Angle is a physical quantity just like mass, length, time and many others, right? So therefore, in the next part of this video, we will see the two different measures or two different units of the angle, namely radian and degree measure. Guys, let us first see the degree measure. In degree measure, we have this relation, that is 1 revolution is equal to 360 degrees. And ನಮಗೆ ಈಗ ಒಂದು revolution ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಏನಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. First let us see what is 1 revolution and then see what is 1 degree. So they say 1 revolution is equal to 360 degrees. So revolution, 1 revolution ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the amount of rotation that is required to bring the line segment back to its original position. ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆ ಲೈನ್ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಐತಿ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಹಿಂಗೆ ರೊಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್, ದೆನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ 1 revolution. And they say 1 revolution is equal to 360 degrees. And from this relation we can derive what is 1 degree. 1 degree ಏನಂತ ನಾವು ಇದೇ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. 1 degree is equal to 1/360th part of the revolution, which means ಈ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಒಳಗ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ 1 ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಒಳಗ ನಾವು 360 ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಎಷ್ಟು ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು 1 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ 1 degree is basically 1/360th part of the revolution ಅಂತ. Similarly, we have another unit which measures angles which are less than 1 degree. So angles, if they are less than 1 degree, they are measured in terms of minutes. For minutes, we have this relation, that is 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 1 degree ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು 60 equal parts ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ each part in that 60 parts will be equal to 1 minute. And it doesn't stop here as well. We have unit which measures the angles which are less than even 1 minute. That is known as seconds. So ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಐತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1 minute ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ 60 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 1 seconds ಅಂತ. And finally, if I have to summarize everything about the degree measure, we have 1 revolution is equal to 360 degrees and 1 degree is equal to 1/360th part of that revolution, and we have this relation, that is 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes, and again 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. And now let us see some important angles in terms of degree measure. Guys, here we have a line segment which is not at all rotated. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ rotation ಆಗೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ 0 degrees ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, which is equal to no rotation. If the rotation is equal to 1/4 of the revolution, then that angle is known as 90 degree. And if the rotation is equal to half of the revolution, then that angle is equal to 180 degrees. If the rotation is equal to 3/4 of the revolution, that angle is known as 270 degree. If the rotation is equal to 1 complete revolution, then that angle is known as 360 degrees. So all of these come from this one relation, that is 1 revolution is equal to 360 degree, 3/4 of the revolution is equal to 270 degree, half of the revolution is equal to 180 degree, 1/4 of the revolution is equal to 90 degree, and 0 degree is no rotation. Now if I measure the angle in the clockwise direction, all of these are measured in anti-clockwise, right? All of these are measured in anti-clockwise direction. adne nanu ivella angles anna nanu clockwise direction ಒಳಗೆ measure ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ is again it will be 0, but this one will be minus 270 degree, right? This is 270 degree measured in clockwise direction, that is why it will be minus 270 degree. Here it will be 180 degree, that is the half of the revolution which is measured in the clockwise direction, so that will be minus 180 degree. Similarly, this is minus 90 degree and this is right minus 360 degree. So difference ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ, ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ದಿ ಸೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Guys, secondly, we have the radian measure. So to understand radian measure, let us first consider this figure. So this figure we have a line segment OA which is rotated by an angle theta. So the amount of rotation is represented by theta in the anti-clockwise direction. This is the initial position and this is the final position. So in radian measure, the angle theta, the value of angle theta is given by the length of arc described by this line segment. So E arc is the length divided by the radius of the circle or the length of this line segment. Here I have taken this line segment as the radius of circle, so that is why I have denoted it as r. So basically theta in radians is equal to the length of the arc, divided by the length of the line segment, or here it is denoted by r. So theta in this case will be equal to L by r radians. This is the general definition of the angle subtended by an arc at the center. So from this we can derive how much of rotation is equal to 1 radians, right? How can we do that? If length of an arc is equal to the radius or the length of the line segment, in that case the theta will be equal to 1 radians. So basically 1 radians is equal to the angle subtended by arc whose length is equal to the length of the line segment. We have one more definition for 1 radian, that is the angle subtended by arc of 1 unit length in a circle where the radius is also equal to 1 unit. So in that case you can see L by R will be equal to 1 by 1, which is equal to 1 radians. Guys, now let us see some important angles in radian measure. The first one is 0 radians, that is when the line segment undergoes no rotation. So ಯಾವುದೇ rotation ಆಗಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ line segment ಇಂದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು 0 radians ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So next we have that is pi by 2 radians, which is equal to 1/4 of the revolution. So how do we get that? We have the length of the arc which will be equal to pi r by 2. We have the length of the arc or the circumference of the circle which is equal to 2 pi r. Now if you make 4 equal parts in that, it will be equal to 2 pi r divided by 4, which will be equal to pi r by 2. And length of the line segment is denoted by r. Theta will be equal to L by r, where L is equal to pi r by 2 divided by r. So this is L, this is r. L by r is equal to pi by 2 radians. So 1/4 of the revolution is equal to pi by 2 radians. Guys, next we have angle for half the revolution. For half the revolution, the length of the arc will be equal to half of the circumference, which will be equal to pi r. 2 pi r divided by 2, which will be equal to pi r. In that case, theta will be equal to pi r, which is the L, divided by r, which will be equal to pi radians. So basically half the revolution is equal to pi radians. And similarly for 3/4 of the revolution, for the 3/4 of the revolution, we have length of the arc which will be equal to 3 by 2 pi r. So full revolution ge nam kade 2 pi r arc of the length of the arc iti. So for 3/4 of the revolution, length of the arc will be equal to 3 by 2 pi r. So ide formula na substitute madidre, theta will be equal to 3 pi by 2 r, 3 pi by 2 into r divided by r, which will be equal to 3 pi by 2 radians. So 3/4 of the revolution is equal to 3 pi by 2 radians. And finally, for one complete revolution, we have length of the arc which will be equal to 2 pi r, which is the circumference of the circle. So for one complete revolution, which means theta will be equal to 2 pi r divided by r, which will be equal to 2 pi radians. So if I summarize everything about radian measure, one complete revolution is equal to 2 pi radians, and 3/4 of the revolution is equal to 3 pi by 2 radians, half of the revolution is equal to pi radians, and 1/4 of the revolution is equal to pi by 2 radians. Guys, in case of radian also, if the angle is measured in clockwise direction, the angle will be taken as negative. For example, if the rotation of line segment is taken in clockwise direction, this angle will be equal to minus 3 pi by 2 radians, and here it will be taken as minus pi radians. Here it will be taken as minus pi by 2 radians, and for complete revolution we have minus 2 pi radians. Guys, everything that we have studied till now can be summarized using a simple table that you can see on your screen. Guys, now in the third part of this video, we will see how to convert angle that is given in one measure to another measure. Which is, if the angle is given in degree measure, we will see how to convert it in radian measure. And if it is given in radian measure, we will see how to convert it back to degree measure. So basically ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಅದಾವ. ಒಂದು, if an angle is given in radian measure, we need to use this to convert that angle in terms of degree measure. And ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, if the angle is given in degree measures, we have this formula, and if you substitute that value in this formula, you get the answer in radian measure. So these are two simple formulas using which we will convert angle that is given in one measure to another measure. Guys, now let us see whether actually these formula will give us the right answer or not. Here we have the angle that is given in degree measure, which is equal to 90 degree, and let us see it will be converted into a right value in terms of radian measure or not. So using this formula, I will substitute the value 90 degree in this formula. So 5 by 180 into 90 degree. 91s are 92s are. In radian measure, I will get it as 5 by 2 radians, which is the correct answer. So for 90 degree in degree measure, we have 5 by 2 radians in radian measure. Guys, similarly, let us check this formula which will convert the angle that is given in radian measure to degree measure. For example, we have the angle that is given in radian measure, which is equal to 3 pi by 2, which is equal to 3/4 of the revolution in anti-clockwise direction, right? If I substitute this value in this formula here, I will get 180 divided by pi into 3 pi by 2. Pi here gets cancelled, 2 ones are 2, 90 is a 90 into 3, it will be equal to 270 degree, which is the correct answer. Now that we know how to convert angle from one measure to another measure, let us solve some problems from NCERT exercises to end this video. Guys, let us begin with question number 1, which is find the radian measures corresponding to the following degree measures. In that, 1, 25 degree, 2, minus 47 degree, 30 minutes, third, 240 degree, and fourth one, 520 degree. Guys, in this question, they have given us the angle in degree measure and we need to convert that angle in radian measure. So we can do it by using this simple formula. So ನಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಐತಿ. ಸೊ ಇದರೊಳಗೆ ಈ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಮೆಜರ್ ಏನು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ಆಂಗಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ರೇಡಿಯನ್ ಮೆಜರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ here it will be pi divided by 180 into 25 degrees, right? So 5 is a 5, 3 is a 5, 6, 5, 36, right? It will be 5 pi divided by 36 radians. So which will be finally 25 degrees is equal to 5 pi divided by 36 radians. Guys, next we have minus 47 degree and 30 minutes. This is the value of angle that is given in degree measure and we need to convert that into radian measure. Here we see the negative sign indicates that the angle is measured in clockwise direction. And also the angle is given in terms of degrees as well as minutes. Before using this formula, we need to convert this angle in terms of degrees only. How do we do that? So we take minus outside. This is just an indication that angle is measured in clockwise direction. We have 47 degree plus 30 minutes, right? Which will be equal to minus 47 degree and 30 minutes can be written as half degree. We have this relation that is 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. Using that relation, we can easily write 30 minutes is equal to half degree. It will be equal to now minus 40, this is 294, 95 by 2 degrees. So basically minus 47 degree 30 minutes will be equal to minus 95 by 2 degrees. Now substituting that value here, 180, 95 degree divided by 2, which is minus, it will be 5 ones are 5 9s are 5 3s are 5 6s are, that will be minus 19 pi divided by 72, 36 into 2, 72. So finally we have minus 47 degree 30 minutes equal to minus 19 pi divided by 72 radians. This is the final answer. So whenever the angle is given in terms of degrees, minutes and seconds, first we need to convert that in terms of degrees, because this value is only applicable when the angle is given completely in terms of degrees. Guys, next we have 240 degrees. Again, using this simple formula and substituting this 240 degree in the place of degree measure, you can easily convert it into radian measure. That is pi by 180 degree into 240 degree. 63 is a 64, it will be equal to 4 pi by 3 radians. So final answer will be 240 degree is equal to 4 pi by 3 radians. Guys, finally we have 520 degree. Again, let us use the same formula, which will be pi by 180 degree into degree measure, that is 520 degrees. And now cancelling 0 0, 2 36 2 9s and 2 26, it will be equal to 26 pi by 9. So 520 degree is equal to 26 pi by 9 radians.